So we are, and I've already bumped the table once, so there you go. We are here at Catalyst for the first time. This is our first time running Catalyst. So number one, thank you so much for actually coming. I know we had to beg you, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Great event.
What have you found interesting about Catalyst today?
I think that the speakers have provided a lot of information that it just shows that like a football team is a business. And you can, when you speak to, you listen to John, you basically say, my business is very similar to a football team in the respect of the way they treat the staff opposed to the players and the customers with the supporters. And I think that the messages you get out there is it doesn't matter what you're doing, it's a business, and the way to, I suppose, treat staff, run your business, and be a profitable company is very similar no matter what you're actually doing, whether it's like selling tech or running a football team. So.
Very cool. Well, thank you for coming to Catalyst, and hopefully you've taken away a few nuggets of information, light bulb moments that you guys can take back to Sterling IT.
Hosts that always do good events.
Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. Can I get you just to quickly, I haven't actually asked everyone else, but for the record, the cameras, can I get you to introduce yourselves?
Sure.
Just because we've got the two of you here today, so.
No problems. Mark Pace, Sterling IT, Managing Director. Started back in 1995 out of the garage, and with 31 years this year.
Shit, well done. 31 years.
Yep.
And that was a journey.
It's definitely come a long way. So we started actually as a training company.
I didn't know that, training company.
So the original company name was Packstar the Computer Doctor, Packstar being Pace and Anastasi. And we were working for a multinational called IPC, which is a competitor to Gateway and Dell and those guys. And basically, people were buying computers from the retail store, and we used to do training. And then when the company closed down, we started up Packstar and basically started providing computer sales, networking, back in the BNC coax days. And basically, where we are today with managed services. So
very cool.
I'm Nathan from Sterling IT. I'm the General Manager. I've been with Sterling IT for about 9 years now.
Since you were born.
Basically, I've lived my whole life in the business. When I was a kid, I was always there, so never my plan to get into IT either. I was in real estate, got out of it for a little bit, and Dad needed some help around, so I helped him out and got stuck with it and enjoyed it ever since then.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's kind of why I asked you guys to sit down with me today, because we talk a lot in peer groups about legacy, right? And you guys are kind of a great story of a father and son combination, and it's pretty rare actually. And I see you guys, giving each other a bit of shit here and there and whatnot, and I love that, and we love working with you guys. So I was kind of hoping, if I could, just sit you guys down and get you to tear shreds off each other on camera. No.
That's very easy.
It doesn't take much.
Good. But you said you started in 1995.
Yeah.
Nathan, you weren't born then yet, right?
No, I was born in 98.
There you go.
So he wasn't even thought of.
Did you all right, well, that answers my question. Still isn't. Oh, ouch.
I'm the middle child, it makes sense.
Yeah, middle child syndrome.
But did you ever, picture yourself when you started this that you'd have, family working in the business?
No, never did. To be honest with you, it was the quite opposite. I actually didn't want Nathan in IT because I could see where it was
because you lost your hair because of IT.
Lost my hair, the stress, the hours, all that type of stuff, risk. So I really didn't want Nathan going in the same footsteps as myself. However, he's got a completely different personality in the respect of, I don't know if it's new generation or whatever, but the stress levels are much lower from Nathan, and he generally puts me into my place. And when we do have an issue, especially when it's out of our control, and I'm stressing out for clients, Nathan always pulls me back in a rein. So it's actually really good having him by my side. It also means I can take some holidays too.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing thing. My daughter's only 8, so I've got a while to go.
You got at least 10 years to
go.
Yeah,
that's it. So I guess, Nathan, how do you find, you mentioned that you were doing real estate, but how do you find you've done that shift into IT? What's it like working with Dad?
Yeah, no, it's got its up and downs. We get along very well, but there are times where we do butt heads and have very different views. He's very old school. He doesn't like change. So we're just trying to get into that phase of changes. We finally got our logo changed, which was a lot of convincing. we moved
Is
offices.
that the new one on the hoodie?
Yes,
There we
it's
go.
the new one. We moved offices to Norwest 3 years ago. Well, he was in Weatherall Park for 27 years, 28 years. Building a new website at the moment, so there's a few things coming and changing. So, yeah, no, but I love it. It's good. I really enjoy it. I never thought I would do IT. I used to call him a nerd all the time. But no, I love it. It's a completely different approach to what I wanted to do. When I got out of school, I was so driven into real estate. Had a few bad experiences and just wanted to step back out of it. And like I said, I helped Dad out a little bit with a few things here and there. Then became a full-time job I was actually doing a Panasonic tuckbook repairs at the time.
Oh, yep.
So I was helping out with that. Then I ended up running that business. Then we basically handed it back to Panasonic, and I merged and then joined with Sterling IT, and haven't looked back ever since, to be honest.
Yeah, cool. So, what's the best and worst thing about working in a father and son combination? Truthful answers only.
Nathan doesn't understand, besides understanding P&L and business. He's a really good guy, and he's really, really good with customers. Customers love him, to the point that I've got customers that have been with me for 25, 30 years. They ring me up and they go, "Hi Mark, how you going?" I said, "Oh, good, how you been? How can I help you?" "Is Nathan there?" And I'm like, "Okay, thanks." So, so...
You've had a few phone calls where they've said, Mark's answered, and they go, "Oh, who are you?" And they go, "Is Nathan there? Who are you, Mark?"
I go, "I've just worked here for a couple of years." So, but, it's really good. Where Nathan, I suppose, we struggle is he doesn't take my advice. So when he says old school, yes, it's experience. And I've got the experience, and unfortunately sometimes there's a little bit of headbutting there where I want to do
none of that
something
physical
way.
stuff on camera.
Well,
please.
we've got a wall in between our
Yeah,
offices.
yeah, smart move.
And I can lock the door.
And I've got a key.
Nathan, what about from your side? Pros, cons?
Pros, it's nice because I've obviously moved out of home. It is nice seeing obviously Dad every day and working with each other. Yes, it is nice, just doing things and working together. Oh yeah, the cons, like we said, yeah, we do butt heads a fair bit. Obviously, because you are family, you lose that little bit of professionalism, I guess, in sense, and it's like, a
bit more casual.
Yeah, a bit more casual sometimes, and
you wouldn't talk to your staff the way we speak to each other.
No.
That's it.
And you probably wouldn't hit him as much as you hit me.
I'd be in court.
But no, yeah, it's definitely got its pros and cons, but yeah, I wouldn't change doing it at all.
Mark, I guess from your side, what do you reckon is the hardest part about stepping back more? You said you're going on more holidays and things like that.
Yeah.
He's hopefully retiring soon.
Look, the hardest part is I want to make sure things are still getting done the way have always been done. We have a very high retention rate of clients. Generally speaking, the only time we lose clients is either if they've sold their business or they've been bought out or they're gone broke. So, not our fault. But generally speaking, we've got a very good high retention rate of clients, and I suppose I'm just scared of losing those clients. So that's why I like keep my fingers.
Did you say 31 years?
31 years.
31 years, yeah. That's fair enough though, right?
Yeah,
heart and soul's gone into this.
Yeah, and we've got really good relationships with our clients. A lot of our clients have become friends, and my kids have often said to me, "You don't have friends; they're all your customers."
I know that feeling.
and vendors, right? I won't say vendors, partners. Sorry. We have got some really good relationships, like I said, with people like Hosted, and it's just really good. So letting go.
Well, given that you were at the wedding of our COO, Luke, it's it's a small community.
It is. It sure is. Letting go is really hard because of the I suppose just being scared of, are people going to do the same job as you? And somebody once told me, if somebody can do, it was actually a business coach, he said, if people can do 80% of what you can do, they're doing a good job. And I would say most probably Nathan's doing about 90. So, yeah.
I'd say 95.
I feel comfortable. So yes, I did a Europe trip last year for 8 weeks. It was actually 7 weeks, and I contacted Nathan and said, "Can I stay an extra week?" And he goes, "Mate, stay an extra month." So couldn't afford it, so I did stay the extra.
Kind of a good feeling.
So,
though.
yeah, it was good.
I think he only worked a few months last year, if I'm being honest. He was off with
Between being sick
yeah.
and a few other things, yeah.
So no, it's good.
Well, I guess from your side, you know, if you're gonna, is the plan for you to take over? Is that what you?
Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
Depends on where he gets his cash from.
What, without getting into an argument, what would you change? Dad's gone. You got the keys to the
Well, that's the
kingdom.
first thing you'd change.
Let's
Move into his office, kick all his stuff out, throw away all the arcade stuff that we've got lying around and all the old phones and Nokias.
This kid, this is an argument we had. Do you know he threw out my iPad 1s, my iWatch 1s, all that stuff that is nostalgia.
Can I just say, they were sitting in boxes in a
It's
cupboard
real, that's
taking up
right,
storage
in
space.
Mate, I was in a shop the other day. Weirdly, I was in Romania, and we were storing our bags somewhere. It turned out to be a computer repair shop.
Okay.
Weird story. This guy had like a full cabinet of like iPhones and all the originals, and they weren't for sale. They were worth a freaking fortune.
Yep, I've got C64s, I've got dial phones, I've got an original Galaga in the office. This is all in the office, and he just threw all my stuff away. And anyway,
It's taking up space.
that's what I got. So talk about arguments.
Yeah,
there's
fair
no
call, fair
argument.
call. Nathan, I'm sorry. I agree with you, Dad, on this one.
Thank you. Thank you. Because I pay the bills.
I'll start paying him soon.
Okay, all right. So, for both of you, for other, be it MSPs or any, family-run business, any advice?
Oh.
How don't you kill each other?
I think the hardest part working with family in business is making sure you understand the difference between business and personal. I have worked previously with 2 other family members, and they weren't both blood, but one of them is a little bit hard to work with because of the separation between business and personal. But the other one was my old stepfather, and he basically used to come in, and when he was in the business, he would talk to me and answer me like I was his boss. And the moment we walk out the doors, I have full respect for him, and he's my stepfather. So it was, in that respect, it's about respect and knowing boundaries and things like that. And I think that, in a family small business, that I think is one of the things you've got to make sure is clear, the difference between personal and business. And as far as small business goes, I think just looking after customers, personally, making sure that you treat them like you want to be treated, and they're just not a number. We don't do things for profit, and what I mean by that is we basically want clients long term, and we'll take a loss on things to keep clients happy and to retain them, and they appreciate that. And to be quite frank, and I'm not saying this because you're sitting across the table, you guys have done the same for us as well, and we appreciate that. So yeah, the partnership's really good. So
Yeah, good. I appreciate that too.
no, that's fine. And that's not.
There's no plug. He's not being paid to say any of this.
If another vendor was asking me, I would say I've got a vendor partner, and I would have brought you up. So
Nathan, what do you reckon? If for other family-run businesses, any advice?
I think it's treating every business the same, whether it's a one-man band or a 20, 30-man band. Treat them all the same, give them all the same respect, all the same sort of services as well. Some people will look at like a one-man band and go, well, they're not worth my time. I think especially for starting up businesses, take basically whatever you can and treat everyone the same. We've got a one-man band we look after like he's our biggest customer, and it's all about respect and yeah. I
was going to make a very inappropriate joke that size doesn't always matter, right?
You're not wrong.
Well, the funny part is, and if you just talk about business in general, I would say most probably our 3 largest clients today, when we brought them on board, would have been in the bottom 5, and they've grown.
They grow, yeah.
And one customer in particular, they're sitting at about 140, 150 staff today. When we brought them on board about 2.5 years ago, they had 4 staff. So they're growing.
Did you say 2.5 years?
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
And they work with us, and they trust us. They take our advice.
And they basically buy or franchise out competition, and they always refer them to us as well.
Yeah, what a good model.
Yeah, so really good customers.
Well, you've kind of answered my last question in a few different ways, but we've done the advice for family-run businesses. But given that we're here at Catalyst, and this is about kind of sharing those light bulb moments, giving back, even if it is a bit awkward and uncomfortable, what's the best advice maybe that you've been given, or maybe it's just a piece of wisdom that you're trying to get Nathan to learn? I don't know. Yep. What's the best advice that you would like to share with other MSPs listening?
Yeah, look, I would say that the reason why we're successful is, like I said, we treat customers as our partners. We don't say that, we're the IT guy, you have to do what we say. We have a model that is flexible for different clients. So unlike traditional MSPs where they sell a kit and that's all they sell to clients, we customise now. It's not optimal for a lot of businesses, but we'd rather do that, and that's again how we've retained a lot of our clients. I think being honest with clients, being trustworthy, these are the things and the ethics that we always go on. If we do something wrong, we will actually tell the client, put up our hand and say we stuffed up. And customers really appreciate that when we are open and honest with them. So I'd say, partnership, trustworthy, honesty, they're the key factors.
I think hiding things from a customer is the worst thing you can do.
I thought you were going to say it's the right thing to do.
No.
Are we doing like complete opposites right now?
No.
See why I don't want to give him the business?
No, I think it's the worst thing, because if they find out the truth, they lose all trust.
There's no trust. Yeah.
It's the same thing with you guys. When there's been issues, it's hosted to put their hand up and admitted it. There hasn't been many, but you guys, and we're like, all right, cool, we trust you. While you look at other bigger companies, they'll probably do the opposit. They'll try hide it, blame someone else, blame this.
Partnership, right?
Yeah,
I think that's,
we consistently, and if we use Hosted as an example, it was only yesterday. I had, Superloop, a competitor of yours, contacting me. They obviously got my details through Pipeline, right? So, but we won't even consider them. It doesn't matter about price, because I think partnerships are more important than price alone. And I see a lot of people out there that, even MSPs, they don't want customers to shop on price, but then they shop on price. And I think that it's about return on investment.
You're the second person in today to say a very similar thing. Not about Hosted, but in terms of that working with partners. And
100%.
Like that.
We can't get the level of support that you guys give us from anyone else. From no other vendors, if I'm being honest.
We appreciate
the fact that even you're reachable is
hey,
on a plane,
30 something.
Every time there is a challenge.
Sorry, Qantas, but I can't fly you anymore.
Every time there's a challenge, Ben's on a plane. But communicating with us.
Running joke.
But you're also not even needed 90% of the time.
You have
got a great
credit
team.
to our team. And which is funny, because I made the joke about
except
Luke,
for Matt Ralph.
Apart from Matt Ralph. Who knows where the hell he is.
Who can only play putt-putt.
Or I'm going to take that snippet and just like over and over.
Putt.
Cool. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. It was a bit of fun sitting down with you. And thank you for not killing each other.
Thank you. Thanks for the event. Catalyst was really, really good, informative, and great bunch of people that turned up as well.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you got to walk away with a few light bulbs, eh?
That's great.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Appreciate
guys.
the partnership.
Cool.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks.